Hi, I'm Dan Adams.
And I'm Brian Gongle.
And this is the WHO Radio Wise Guys post-game wrap-up show, Dan's segment. This is my turn now.
We need to start calling this Tech Vision.
No, that's a horrible name. Why would you
I'm just saying.
All right. In the world of Microsoft news this week, it was announced that on February 29th, Microsoft is going to have a consumer preview for Windows 8. Are you comfortable with Windows 7? Too bad. Windows 8 is coming this year, later this year, and it's going to be a doozy. Here's the big thing that Apple and Microsoft are doing now, they're working on. Complete integration between their mobile devices and the desktop devices. What this means is the operating systems will be the same, will act the same. This is a bad idea, okay? And let me explain to you why. First of all, remember my prediction, or my thing, I say every other operating system that Microsoft comes out with is a bad operating system.
And Windows 7 is really good.
I even like Windows. I'm
really
running Windows
good.
7.
Yeah.
I'm running Windows 7 on my Mac, and it runs great.
It's
okay?
very good.
Windows Vista before that was horrible. Before that, XP was pretty decent. I can't even remember what was before XP now.
Well, 2000.
Yeah, it was
2000 and ME and
Bob. Remember Microsoft Bob?
Nobody remembers Microsoft
Thank
Bob.
God. Anyway, so Microsoft has announced that they're going to have their new version of their operating system, Windows 8, coming out sometime this year. They're starting with a consumer preview here in a couple weeks on February 29th, and they're releasing some details about it. And it's not going to have menus like you're used to in folders anymore. It's going to have panels and tiles and stuff like their phone system does.
Oh,
This is going to be horrible. This is the worst idea I've ever heard. I mean, this is bad. And the reason why this is bad is power users like myself that like to sit down and really be productive, we don't want this. We want to be able to do things the way we're used to doing it and just more efficiently. Messing with tiles and stuff, that's not what we're used to. This is a bad idea.
When Dan says this is the worst idea he's ever heard, he may be forgetting Jersey Shore.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll give you that one. Jersey Shore is still a bad idea. Actually, the show's not a bad idea. It's just the people on it.
No, the show's a really bad idea.
Okay, and then the other thing that Microsoft is doing is, they came out with this Kinect for the Xbox, and I don't have one of these things because honestly, they cost $150.
It's understandable.
My kids want us to get one for our Xbox, but it costs $150. I'm not going to buy one of these things.
No, the whole idea is that this is the interface that you use to see kinetic activity, motion.
Yeah, the Wii, you hold the thing in your hand, and you move around like this. That's fine and good. On the Kinect with the Xbox, it detects your motion and your voice, and you don't have to hold anything. You just move, and it works beautifully. It works really, really good. Well, there's a lot of hackers and people out there that have found new uses for the Kinect, and Microsoft has taken notice and said, oh, hey, that's kind of cool. So what Microsoft has done now, they've gone and talked to a company that makes notebook computers called Asus, A-S-U-S.
I have one of their netbooks.
And they developed a prototype notebook now that has a Kinect built into it.
Wow.
So you flip up the screen, and you can sit there and move your hands and do that kind of stuff. I think that's kind of cool technology. I think it's going to be weird to see somebody sitting on a bus doing that. Okay?
People already look goofy on buses. I'm looking for it on airplanes. When you got that guy sitting next to you in that chair that's too small anyway, doing this, gotta
I'm that guy.
Move my things.
I'm that guy right there. Like, hey, excuse me.
Yeah. If there were enough room in an airline seat for me to sit in anyway, this would be a problem. But I can't even fit.
So if you're upset about having to upgrade your Windows software, which by the way you don't have to, but if you're upset about that new version coming out, well, get ready for this. Microsoft has also announced that they're coming out with Microsoft Office version 15 here sometime this year. It's gone to technical preview, which means that they have it's getting ready for beta testing, and it'll be shipping here sometime soon. So they want the world to upgrade to their new version of Office software. Which, again, here's the thing about word processing and spreadsheets and that kind of stuff. On average, the average user uses maybe 20% of the features of the bells and whistles built into the software.
Not even 20.
You don't. I mean, we just want to type a letter.
Yeah, for the most part.
We just want to do a simple spreadsheet.
As much as I am usually the guy who defends Microsoft on this show, I would say this. when it comes to Office software, Office suites, the only thing that they produce that is essential is still Access, the database program. There is no good...
Which like 4 people use.
Well, okay, but I mean, in terms of the Office suites that are available, nobody else has a database program that's as good as Access. But when it comes to the rest of it, the word processor, the spreadsheets, even the PowerPoint/presentation style programs, use OpenOffice or use LibreOffice, either one of them. They're both open source and free. So why pay? They work very well, they're reliable. I've been using them exclusively for the last 5 years.